Hello everyone, welcome back to Pharmawise. Today's video is going to be about nomenclature of aliphatic amines. So we are going to learn the common names as well as the IUPAC names for aliphatic amines. Now as you know, amines are the derivatives of ammonia. Now ammonia, what is the structure of ammonia? NH3 is the structure of ammonia. Now if I replace one of the hydrogens of ammonia by an alkyl group, then I get RNH2, which is a primary amine. Okay, if I replace two of the hydrogens from ammonia, I get R2NH. Then it is a secondary amine. And if I replace all three hydrogens from ammonia, then I get R3N, and which is referred as a tertiary amine. So now as we know how these amines are formed, look at the structure, and now we are going to learn their nomenclature. So let me start with the common names of amine. So in common system, the names of amines are written with alkyl groups followed by the word amine. For example, let me take an example. CH3NH2. It is a primary amine, and as you can see, there is a methyl group and amine group is attached to it. So methyl, common name for this will be methyl amine. Okay, no space in between, we have to write it as one word. Next example, suppose I am having CH3NHCH3. It is a secondary amine. Purposefully I am taking different examples so that you can understand better. Now here it is a secondary amine. Two methyl groups are there. So how I am going to write? Dimethyl amine. Okay, followed by the word amine. That's it, no space in between. Suppose I am having a different alkyl groups on different side. For example, here there is a methyl group, and here I am having ethyl group, CH2 CH3. Now what I will do, I have to arrange the alkyl groups alphabetically. So as you know, E comes earlier than M. I will write ethyl methyl amine. Okay, this is for secondary amine. Now coming to tertiary amines, I will take an example of N, CH3 CH3 CH3. All three groups are similar. In that case, what I will do, trimethyl amine. So it is very simple actually. Whatever groups you are having, just arrange them alphabetically. So this is how common names are given. I hope you are understanding the common names. Now let's discuss how to go with the IUPAC names for amines. So for primary amines, the technique is different, and for secondary and tertiary amines, the technique is different. So let's do this. I will rub this also, and I will explain all the structures, primary, secondary as well as tertiary. Pay attention. Suppose let's start with CH3NH2, basic primary amine. Okay, this is methyl amine as per common names, but how we are going to write it in IUPAC name? So in IUPAC system, what we are going to do is we will name it as alkanamine, and as you can see, alkane, E of alkane is replaced by the word amine. So we are going to use the suffix amine in case of IUPAC. So we will consider the parent alkane. Now here for CH3, the parent alkane is methane. For one carbon, the parent is methane. So what the name becomes? Methane, and E of methane is replaced by amine. So the name becomes methanamine for this particular structure. Okay, similarly I will take this CH3 CH2 CH2 NH2. Now in this case there are three carbons, so it is a derivative of propane, so the name will be propanamine. But we have to consider that NH2 group can be attached to this one as well as this one. In that case, we have to specify the position of functional group. In this case, the functional group is located at the first carbon. So I will write 1 propanamine or propane 1 amine. Similarly, let's take another example, CH3, CH, CH3, NH2. Suppose this is the case, the common name for this will be isopropyl amine. Okay, this is the isopropyl group. If you are not sure about how to give nomenclature for alkyl groups, I have a separate dedicated video on nomenclature of alkyl groups. I will link it in the description box below. You please check it out. So in common name, this will be called as isopropyl amine, but in IUPAC what we have to do, we have to find out the longest continuous chain of carbon atoms, and on second carbon then this amine group is present. So we have to specify the location of or position of functional group. So here in that case the name will be 2-propanamine. Okay, 2-propanamine will be the IUPAC name for this structure. Now this is about primary amines. Now for secondary and tertiary, what is the difference? The main difference is what we are going to do is we will consider primary amine as our parent. Here we were considering alkene as our parent, but in case of secondary and tertiary structures of amine, we will consider primary amine as our parent. I will take one example and then we will discuss it. Okay, so let me just rub this. Okay, now look here, suppose let's take very simple example, NH, CH3, CH3. Now this is a simple example of a secondary amine. Now as you can see, both the alkyl groups are same. So I will consider one of the groups as my parent group. Okay, so CH3N is methanamine, so that will be my parent, and to that nitrogen one methyl group is attached. This methyl group I will consider as substituent. So I will write this substituent as prefix and I will use the letter capital N to indicate that this particular group which I will be writing here, N-methyl, this methyl group is attached to the nitrogen itself. So N-methyl, and who is my parent? Methanamine. So N-methyl, methanamine will be my IUPAC name for this structure. Okay, so this is how we are going to do the nomenclature for secondary and tertiary. Now let me tell you another example. Let's take another example for secondary. NH, CH2, CH3, and here I will take CH3. Now there are two alkyl groups, one is methyl and one is ethyl. Now who is bigger one? Ethyl is bigger one. So this I will consider as my parent group for primary amine. So my primary or my parent amine will be 1, 2, means ethanamine, and to the nitrogen there is methyl group. So the name for this will become N-methyl ethanamine. Ethanamine. This is how we are going to do it. So the bigger group will become our parent for as primary amine. Okay, now let's take another example. Let's take the example for tertiary amine now. So what I will do, nitrogen, first we'll start from the simplest of structures. So I will take ethanamine as my parent and I will put 2 methyl groups on nitrogen. Now look at the structure. There are 3 alkyl groups. It is a tertiary amine. There are 3 alkyl groups. One is methyl, another is methyl, and one is ethene. So this will become my parent. So ethanamine is my parent, and to the nitrogen there are 2 methyl groups. So what I will do, as we do for all other nomenclatures, we will we have to write it twice. Okay, those many alkyl groups are present, those many times we have to repeat this. NN. Now there are 2 methyl groups, so I will write dimethyl. NN, dimethyl, and the parent will be 1, 2 amine, so ethanamine. Ethanamine. So NN dimethyl ethanamine will be the IUPAC, correct IUPAC name for this one. Now let's take one more example. See, suppose it is a bit complicated like this: CH3CH2 N CH3, and then 1 2 3, and suppose there is substitution on this. Okay, this is how the structure is. Now you will be learning how we are going to name this particular structure. Now look at the alkyl groups first. There is ethyl group, there is methyl group, and then there is this group, okay, which is a secondary butyl group. But in IUPAC we cannot write secondary butyl, so what we will do, 1 2 3 4 butane. So butanamine will be our parent. Now 2-butanamine will be our parent, right? And 2N, there is one methyl and one ethyl. So alphabetically how we are going to write, first ethyl then methyl. So now just look how I am writing. N means to this nitrogen first ethyl group is attached. I will write ethyl first. Now to the same nitrogen methyl group is attached. So N ethyl, N methyl. Okay. Now on second carbon this nitrogen is attached. So what we will do, 2-butanamine will be our parent. See, 1 2 3 4, 2-butanamine is our parent. So N-ethyl, N-methyl, 2-butanamine will be the correct IUPAC name for this structure. So basically what we are going to do is just look at the structure, identify the bigger alkyl group or biggest alkyl group, and consider that as your parent, and then just put the names of substituents and put nitrogen before them, so that we can understand that these groups are placed on nitrogen. If you understand the process of amine formation, you will easily understand this. We are replacing hydrogens from nitrogen in ammonia, and we are putting alkyl groups there. So obviously the alkyl groups will be placed on the nitrogen itself. So for secondary and tertiary, you just find out your parent primary amine. For primary, you just find the parent alkane and put the word amine. I hope you must have understood the concept of nomenclature, common as well as IUPAC, for amines, aliphatic amines we have discussed. If yes, then don't forget to like the video and share it with your friends. Don't forget to check the playlist which I'll be linking in the description box. It will help you a lot. I hope so. So thank you so much for watching, and I will meet you in the next one. Till then, take care. Bye bye.